Hi, hope you're staying safe. Michael here with you. It's time to look back at more regular season games for the Cleveland Indians. The notes are from Twitter, the MLB app, and their video content. The offense broke out offensively at the expense of the Cincinnati Reds Thursday on Carnegie Avenue. After Cleveland's starting pitcher Carlos Carrasco retired Shogo Akiyama, Nick Castellanos, and later Eugenio Suarez, it was Jose Ramirez, the two-hitter in the lineup, taking Luis Castillo deep for his third home run and a 1-0 lead. Fast-forwarding to the second inning, Carrasco went back to the mound, having to work around a Jesse Winker double to preserve the lead before escorting the next 10 batters to the dugout. Meanwhile, Carlos Santana and Franmil Reyes started a rally in the bottom of the fourth, but the baton could not be carried on by Domingo Santana nor Oscar Mercado. A two-run fifth for the Indians started with 2 outs. A Cesar Hernandez walk paved the way for Ramirez's RBI triple. The next player in the batter's box was Francisco Lindor, who single-plated another tally. Carrasco would have a wild sixth inning, but managed to get out of trouble by striking out Winker. David Bell would get rung up by Jerry Meals, the home plate umpire. Then everything broke Cleveland's way in the bottom of the seventh. Jose De Leon and Cody Reed were spectators to a double-digit inning after Delino DeShields and Hernandez recorded hits to create a first and third situation. Ramirez did get on, but DeShields was the first out at home plate. After Lindor took ball 4, which reloaded the bases, Carlos likewise took ball 4, and it was 4-zip. Reyes drove in 2 more runs with still just 1 out, then Domingo ensured that there were runners on each base. Bo Taylor and DeShields each walked in another run following Mercado's strikeout. After Cincinnati changed pitchers, consecutive hits by Hernandez and Ramirez completed the 10-run inning. Jose's second long ball of the evening capped off the scoring after Cesar's bases-clearing double. Adam Plutko got outs 25, 26, and 27 to make the 13-0 score official. Carlos Carrasco improved to 2-1 after striking out 8. Luis Castillo, after Thursday's result, was still in search of his first win. Friday, Aaron Civale and Dylan Cease had a pitcher's duel. Both kept the hit totals down, and Civale did not walk many batters. However, in the first, in a runners on the corners situation with nobody out, a run came across after Jose Abreu grounded into a double play. The Chicago White Sox were ahead, but Cleveland threatened in the top of the second. Carlos walked, Franmil hit his way on base, and Bradley Zimmer was hit, which made it bases loaded and nobody out. Oscar Mercado went down on strike 3, and subsequently Sandy Leon grounded into an inning-ending double play. Next frame, DeShields tried to use his speed after reaching, but was tagged by Leury Garcia at second. The Indians had another chance in the top of the fifth. Zimmer and DeShields each drew base on balls. Cesar Hernandez advanced everyone up a base with his single. The right person was in the batter's box in Ramirez, but he was the third out after his ground ball. Next inning, Carlos Santana and Franmil Reyes were back on the base paths, but Jordan Luplow was the latest to ground into a double play, which moved the game to the bottom half of the sixth. It would be Chicago's turn to squander an opportunity. Civale picked up an error as Adam Engel was awarded first. Luis Robert made it first and third before Yoan Moncada was the first out by swinging at strike 3. Abreu then hit the ball to Hernandez to start a relay to Francisco Lindor at second, and his throw to Carlos Santana was in time for first. Ramirez lined out to Engel in right field with Delino at second to put a halt to the Cleveland seventh inning. Aaron Civale froze Zach Collins for the third strike after allowing 2 hits to keep his side within 1, but it was his final batter. In the front half of the eighth, Luplow was at bat with, you guessed it, Santana and Reyes on base, but the pinch hitter who was in right field in place of Zimmer flew out. Mike Freeman then batted for Mercado, but he could not make good on the decision by lining out to end the half inning. Adam Engel was Nick Whitgren's first batter, and the right fielder won the at-bat by hitting the ball out of center field to make it White Sox 2, Indians 0. The 29-year-old right-handed hurler ended his watch by retiring Robert, Yoan Moncada, and Abreu. Leon, DeShields, nor Hernandez could solve Alex Colome, and Cleveland was reduced to 4 hits and was blanked on the score sheet. Cease with the victory went to 2-1, while Savali was 1 up and 2 down. Saturday, Cleveland looked like the team that busted out the bats against the Reds the other day. Zach Plesac was able to get out of the second and third innings unscathed going into the top of the fourth in the second of 3 games versus the Chicago White Sox. Drew Anderson was the pitcher to blink first. After the concession of a walk to Hernandez and an extra base hit by Francisco Lindor, the right-hander who came in for starter Matt Foster threw a wild pitch which brought Cesar in from third. After catcher Yasmani Grandal could not gather Anderson's 3-1 pitch to Carlos Santana, it ushered in Lindor for Cleveland's second run. There was no let-up, as the next hitter, Franmil Reyes, struck his second home run of the season to double the Indians' lead to 4. Domingo Santana found space up the middle for a single, then Luplow went deep for his initial homer to finish off a big inning for the visiting side. Plesac threw another 0 to consolidate the hard work done by the offense. Luis Robert hit a double, but Zach got 3 fly ball outs to avoid any type of response by Chicago. The Indians could have added more in the 5th, but would earn a 7th run 2 innings later thanks to Domingo's first of the year off of Steve Cishek. Cam Hill could not keep the shutout going in the bottom of the 8th as Yoan Moncada drove in his 3rd deep ball of the campaign. He got 3 outs after Adam Simber did the same an inning earlier. Phil Matone gave up 1 hit in the 9th, but did what was necessary to secure Cleveland's 7-1 win in 3 hours and 11 minutes. Plesac went 6 innings to even his record at 1-1, while Drew Anderson was still looking for his first win by game's end. Sunday was another test to see how the team would do in a tight contest before a nationally televised game. In the bottom of the 2nd, the Indians were behind after Jose Abreu's drive to left center field, but half an inning later, they responded by stringing together hits. Mike Freeman began the 3rd inning with a double, 2 batters after Sandy Leon was walked. Hits by Hernandez and Ramirez turned the game on its head. Freeman and Leon could not extend the lead next time they were up in the 4th, and Cleveland left 2 on in the 5th as Lucas Giolito kept the White Sox close and gave his team the opportunity to tie, which they would do in the 6th. James McCann went the same direction as Abreu had done earlier to get the ball over the fence. Later, Shane Bieber, the starting pitcher, lost Moncada, and Grandal was able to drive him in from first on his double to center field. It was 3-2 Chicago with 2 down in the top half of the 8th when Evan Marshall conceded a walk to Carlos Santana. Reyes made him pay for the mistake with an extra base hit, and the game was back to even. Nick Wittgren, Cleveland's 3rd pitcher on the night, pitched a scoreless 8th after Moncada hit a double in the frame. Ramirez could not break the tie with 2 base runners on in the top of the 9th. The game required the 10th inning. Ramirez started on second, as the rules state for regular season play in 2020. Carlos hit his way on, moving the 3rd baseman 90 feet away from home. Jose had impeccable timing of hustling in as DeShields laid down a sacrifice bunt, giving the Indians a 4-3 lead. 2 batters later, Freeman's RBI single made the margin 2. Things got close for comfort in the bottom of the 10th for closer Brad Hand. Nomar Mazara advanced on Luis Roberts' flyout, then crossed the plate on McCann's ground ball single to right field. James was replaced by Ryan Goings, the pinch runner. Then Danny Mendick took base on balls. Then the skies would open up, and 46 minutes later, the ball was in the thumb and fingers of Oliver Perez. He got Lurie Garcia to sky a ball into the direction of Hernandez for out number 2. The game ended after the left-handed hurler got the better of Moncada for his first save this season. Maton with the victory went to 1-0, and Jimmy Cordero's win-loss record afterwards was the reverse of his counterpart. Tuesday, the team came back home to start a 2-game interleague series versus the Chicago Cubs. Franmil Reyes could not extend the bottom of the 1st with Lindor and Santana on 1st and 2nd. The Cubs got on the board first against Adam Plutko thanks to Jason Hayward's line drive up the middle, which scored Wilson Contreras from 2nd. Cleveland then got Victor Carantini to hit into a double play as Ramirez stepped on 3rd and Carlos Santana caught his throw over at first to end the top of the second and prevent more damage. Later in the home half of the fourth, Carlos picked up a one-out double and Franmil drew a walk. Neither Luplow nor Domingo Santana could get the key hit against Jon Lester, and it remained 1-0. Plutko went 4 innings, then Oliver Perez had a 1-2-3 fifth, and the ball went over to Cam Hill, but things unraveled. Chris Bryant took ball 4, then 2 batters later, Javier Baez singled to center field. After Kyle Schwarber was hit by a delivery, Contreras hit it deep enough to center to get credit for a sacrifice fly. Bryant made it 2-0 Chicago, and then Hill's last batter was Ian Happ, whose hit scored another run. Phil Maton was unable to stop the power of Jason Hayward as his hit to right field was over the fence, and it broke the game open. The Indians would get one back, courtesy of Reyes' 2-out hit 2 batters later, after Lester hit Lindor. The scoring was completed in the top of the 7th, and Logan Allen started the inning by walking former Cleveland Indian Jason Kipnis and then hitting Bryant. Allen did get Anthony Rizzo to ground into a double play, but Kipnis scored from third a short time later after Allen threw a wild pitch. Lester remained unbeaten, and Plutko sits at 1-1. The final score was 7-1 Cubs. Wednesday, things did not get any better under the watch of Carlos Carrasco. Still early on, he did settle down by getting 2 ground ball outs after losing Rizzo and Baez. Against Kyle Hendricks, Jose Ramirez hit a double with 1 away, but was left stranded after Lindor and Carlos Santana were unable to get him home. Carrasco yielded more base runners in the next half inning, but Ramirez vacuumed a bouncing ball off the bat of Bryant and tossed to Cesar Hernandez for the force at second. Rizzo broke the scoring seal in the third on his 4th home run of the year. Carrasco just could not have a clean inning. He and his team bended, but did not break in the top of the 4th, but the next inning was a different story. Rizzo and Baez started off the sequence with singles, putting runners on the corners. Baez then stole second. Contreras struck out and was ejected from the game by Tim Timmons, who was working behind home plate. Carrasco was replaced by Perez on the mound. After intentionally putting Happ on first, Hayward flew out to Tyler Naquin in right field, but he did his job because Rizzo stepped home from third. And David Bote would be the third out, but not until after his single plated 2. The Indians did attempt to respond in their half of the 5th. Naquin and Leon each recorded hits. Following Bradley Zimmer's strikeout, Hernandez, who was called out initially, was awarded a single after replay review ruled that Bryant trapped the ball in left field, which filled the bases. The key hitters were next, as Jose Ramirez did get a sacrifice fly to score Naquin. Then Lindor was retired after Rizzo scooped up the ground ball that headed his way and stepped on first, and Cleveland settled for 1 run. Chicago got the run back on Bryant's home run in the 6th. An inning and a half after that, Hendricks was replaced by Dan Winkler. Leon led off the inning by taking ball 4. 2 hitters later, he was the second out as he was out on the force out at second base, and Hernandez was safe at first. Ramirez was walked, so Rowan Wick became the latest Cubs pitcher to see action. Lindor came up with a big RBI single to make the score 5-2. Carlos Santana grounded out to Rizzo, so Jose was left at third. Once again, Cleveland could not get the shutdown inning after scoring. James Karinchak, who came in place of Adam Cimber in the 7th, walked Hayward. After stealing second, Victor Caratini reached base, and Kipnis then hit a ground rule double, which made the margin 4 again. Hayward would add an RBI double versus Whitgren in the 9th to score Happ from first, and Chicago would go on to win 7-2. Carlos is 2 up and 2 down, and Hendricks took his 3rd win after pitching 6 innings. Aaron Civale gets the ball Friday at 6:10 p.m. Central Time as Cleveland plays the Tigers in Detroit for 3 games. Saturday, an hour earlier, Shane Bieber is scheduled to be on the hill. Then 3 consecutive nights at 5 minutes past 6, starting Tuesday in Pittsburgh versus the Pirates. With almost a third of the season played by most teams, let's take a look at the standings. Coming into today, the American League Central reads Twins, Tigers, White Sox, Indians, Royals in that order. The West shows Athletics, Rangers, Astros, Angels, Mariners. And then the East says Yankees, Rays, Orioles, Blue Jays, and Red Sox. Over in the National League, the East goes like so: the Marlins, Braves, Nationals, Mets, and Phillies. In the Central, the Cubs, Reds, Brewers, Cardinals, Pirates are how things stand. And finally, the West has the Rockies, Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks, and Giants as the order there. Please check out the Facebook group North Texas Browns Backers page and hit the like button for the latest updates there. The text of this blog is available at http://www.mjbolesta2.wordpress.com. I am on Twitter and Instagram at mjbolesta2 and on Facebook at Michael Bolesta. Archive videos on YouTube can be found by searching Michael Bolesta Roman numeral 2. If you could, I would love your feedback on the comments section, and if you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Hope you have a safe and blessed week. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.